Hello guys, welcome to our last class. So right now you should have a game similar to this. Okay, so that's our game. Basically our game is finished. You have sounds, you have obstacles, you have scores, you have everything that a game should have in order to be a game. So in this class, what I'm going to be teaching you guys is just to make this game come real. So this game right now, it's actually in a way that if you think about it, it's inside of Unity. So in order to have in a way that we can make it like you can send to your friends, or you can sell the game or do something like this, you're going to need to export this game. Inside of Unity, we call it build. So basically, we're going to build this game into an executable game. Because right now, to make it possible to play the game, everyone should have Unity installed. So it's not actually very practical. So what we are going to be doing today, it's building this game to a Windows platform. Actually, the name is standalone. It depends on if you're developing on Windows or Mac. It's going to vary a little bit. But anyway, the way that you make standalone buildings are the same. And on today's class, what we're going to be doing is actually export this game into a standalone version. And I'm going to show you guys different ways of how we can do it on different kind of configuration that you may need in order to build your game. Okay, it's not going to take a lot of time. It's actually very, very easy to build a game. It's very straightforward because you kind of need like, how can I say this? You're going to need some kind of development kit to build the game to a certain platform, but for standalone version, you don't need anything. Like, it's from default, Unity can export to Windows and Mac and Linux. So in order to build the game, you need to first make sure that you don't have any errors and you have this exactly same project that I have right here. And then you need to go to File, Build Settings, and you're going to have something like this. Here you can see are all the scenes that the game is going to build. So every single scene that exists on your game should be right here. If it's not right here and you have more than one scene, in our case we just have one scene called sample scene. If you have more than one scene, you're going to need to add open scene. So basically you're going to open your scene. After it's open, you just go to File, Build Settings, and then Add Open Scenes. Right now, if I click Add Open Scene, it's not going to happen anything, basically because our sample scene is already added to the game, so 0 right here. So we have everything we need right here. Here we can see the platform that our game is going to be built. So you can see that we have like PC, Mac, Linux. This is the standalone version, so that's what we're going to be doing today. We're going to export it to PC. Windows. We have Android, WebGL, Universal Windows Platform, tvOS, PS4, iOS, Xbox One. And the thing is, you can see that if I click like a PS4 or Xbox One, you can see that you have something like Open Download Page or Platform Module Installation. This depends on the platform that you want to build. It's not downloaded inside of Unity. So this version of mine already have Android and WebGL. So that's why it's appearing. Usually you don't have this one, but they are free. You can add them for free on Windows, on Unity. But like PS4, iOS, and Xbox One, you're going to need to pay for the SDK. So what is the SDK? The SDK is a file that you need to import to Unity in order to export to that platform. So let's say that I want to build a game for iOS or for Xbox One or for a PS4. I will need to have the development kit from these platforms. I will need to import to Unity, and then Unity will export to that kind of platforms. So Unity itself is not going to change. Like the way that we see the project and the project itself is going to be very similar. The only difference is because on the background, the part that we actually don't see, the way that the Unity will build the game is going to be slightly different. So we can import this SDKs into Unity, and then when we export it, Unity will automatically export it to a right version, a right way, all right? I'm not gonna go deep on this because most of them are paid, and the focus on this class is actually just to export for a standalone, and that one is free and is already added there. So I'm not gonna go deep on this part. So basically, let me select PC right here. That's the version that we want. We can target the platform right here. I only have Windows, so it's not going to show up the other ones. But I can select 32 bits and 64. And basically, the part that is important right here, we have the player settings right here. I'm going to click here. And then here we have a lot of information from this game that we can change in order to make it look more professional. So for example, I have like company, I can put like unit tutorial, I have the project name, I can put like Flappy Bird, something like this. The version of the game, let's say that it's not the first time that we're making the game, so maybe the version will be different, but as it is the first time, it will be 1.0. We have right here the icon image that we can put. So when we actually export the game, it will look a little bit different on Windows Explorer because it will have its own icon. We also can change the cursor image if you want. And here we have 3 different options, one for each device that I have installed inside of my Unity. Usually if you don't have Android and HTML5, you only appear this little computer screen right here. It's not gonna appear this one. So I'm just gonna keep with this. We have 4 different kind of information that you can change: icon, resolution and presentation, splash image, and other settings. To be really honest, the most important ones are the resolution and presentation and other settings. I'm going to just rapidly go through them and show you the important parts. So icon right here is just the icon that is going to be of your game. So basically you can override them for all PC, Mac, and Linux. And then it's not going to show up like the default icon of Unity. It's going to show the icon that you put right here. So if you're making a game, you can pick like the image of the bird, something like this. We can even try to put it like this. I don't know if it's gonna. Usually the best way is actually to have an icon, which let's try to override it with the bird image and see how it goes. Like you see that I don't even have the same resolution, so it's not gonna appear right. But anyway, you just can replace to any kind of icon that you have. Here on resolution presentation, you can set the full screen mode to full screen window, exclusive full screen, maximized window, windowed. I'm gonna leave it on windowed because I'm actually recording this class in my second monitor, and if I put on full screen, it's gonna show up in my main monitor, and that's not what I want because I want you guys to see the game. So I'm just gonna leave it windowed and leave with my resolution so it looks cool. So basically that's the important part right here. You can support different ratios depending on if you have like settings in the game that you want to change. And then we have splash image. We don't actually have any kind of splash image right here, but you can change the splash image from Unity from a different kind of image. So light on dark, dark on light, animation dolly, static custom. You can change it. So you can even preview it. Let me see. You can preview it right here. So that is actually light on dark. We have dark on light. We have static. All right. And we have dolly and custom that we can make. We can have like a zoom on the logo and something like this. Yeah. I don't know. Maybe we can even change like the zoom so it doesn't actually have any zoom. Background zoom, maybe something like this. Yeah, I think it sounds pretty cool. We can put like a sequential if we have other kind of logos. So let's say that you have more than one kind of logos, you can add right here a different kind. So let's add another image. May I add another image? Let's put some random thing right here just to, let's say that you have like that you have some company logo, something like this. You can put like here and put the same amount of time. So like if I preview right here, yeah, exactly, you see right here, it's not actually the best kind of resolution. But anyway, let me take a look if we can find any other kind that looks better. Maybe level. I don't know if it's gonna look better. I don't think it's gonna look better, but anyway, you're going to have your image. You can select an image that looks better. So that's the image. Yeah. All right, so that's the splash screen. The last one that actually is important is other settings. I'm just gonna go straight to the important part. It's bundle identifier. So that is actually the identifier of your game. Usually it's set with company name, and then the game. So let's say that you have a company name, and then every single game of yours will have a different identifier. And then you have builds that goes from 0 to infinite. Basically, every single version will have a different kind of a version. So like a version 0.0 1.0 is going to be bundle 0, 1.1 is going to be bundle 2. So right here, just make sure that every single build that is made after will have a bigger number, all right? And then basically that's it. After you change everything right here, you can save and then go to build settings and then build the game. You have two options, build and run. Basically, they do the same thing. Build and run will execute the game after it's built. So I'm just gonna build the game. Usually it takes a while. I'm going to select this Flappy folder right here. Unity will then start making this project into an executable. If you have another kind of platform, then Unity will just change its own information to match to the platform that you're actually exporting. All right, so once it's done, you will have the game right here. You can see that the icon is the little bird right here. So if you have an icon, a better icon should be better right here. I'm gonna open this. And then drag and drop to my game. So that's our game. You see, not the best resolutions. Oop. Okay. All right. So yeah, that's our game, and you can send this to any person, and he's going to be able to play it. So that's how you export games on Unity. This is how you export games for Windows. So it's very, very straightforward. It's not hard at all. Just make sure that you put all levels inside of build settings and that you have your game. So that's how you make a game from scratch. That's our game. You have like initial state, you have a obstacle, you have a score. You can restart the game anytime you want. And go there, play with it, do multiple games, do multiple kind of executables, send to everyone so they can play with you. And that's how you make games on Unity. That's how you make Flatbird inside of Unity. So thank you guys very much and see ya.